Wow, so Julius Malema got fingered at the Madlanga Commission today. In this video, I'm going to show you what that's about. But if you stay with me right up until my biblical reaction, not only are you going to see what happened at Madlanga, but I'm going to show you the 2 red flags I raised and show you just how surreal it is seeing it go down. And I think it is important because we on a path that South Africa will prosper. You ready? Okay, press like and let's go. Let me remind you of the video we recorded 3 weeks ago, which was showing you what happened 6 weeks ago. Listen to this guy. So let's start with what Julius said 3 weeks ago. Listen very carefully.
We're not going to be told by Mkhwanazi what must happen, what must not happen. If we're looking for him, we have to find him. And if he's not going to make himself available, we're going to have to summon him. He's the one who started this mess, and he's going to have to take responsibility. He's not going to tell us about commission this, commission that, and all of that. We don't know what commission is doing. We're not interfering with the commission, and the commission must never interfere with us. Mkhwanazi must be summoned to this committee. This ad hoc committee, it's established because Mkhwanazi took his own time to say the things he said, and is not going to tell us now that he's not available.
Okay, Mkhwanazi had sent them a letter saying, I'm sorry, I'm already booked. Can I please come when I finish with Madlanga? He didn't say he wasn't coming. I'm glad that he's standing up for the independence of Parliament. We are agreed there. But why talk like Mkhwanazi has done something wrong? He's the one who started this mess. This is a mess? Or is this a good thing? What is going on? Yeah, what was going on? So in the same video, we also said this. Listen to this guy. Here's the question I want to ask. What's going on here? We know that politically, Julius Malema will agree with the DA if it's to hurt the ANC. But now here, Julius is not even agreeing with the DA. The DA said part recusal. Julius Malema is going over and above the DA to defend Kola Barnard. Why would Julius defend Kola Barnard more than Kola Barnard's party is defending Kola Barnard? Is it because Julius is being very nice? Why is Julius going over and above the call of duty to make sure that the door of recusal is closed? Is it because he's trying to keep Kola Barnard in? Or is he making sure that the door is closed so that no one else is ever asked to be recused? I don't know. There could be various reasons, but this is what I will say. I will not be surprised that Julius Malema already knows that his name is gonna come up and is closing this door of recusal so that when his name is mentioned, the door is already closed. Wow, so that was 3 weeks ago in our video where we showed 2 red flags, and this was our conclusion. In fact, the conclusion was, mark this video. You will come back and say, you were so right. If I see a 3rd red flag, that's it. I'm done. I know in advance that Julius Malema is up to something. He is hiding something. Wow, so that was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks later, General Sibiya goes before the Ad Hoc Committee. On the day that MPs are supposed to ask Sibiya questions, well, I want you to take a look at this video. Not so much at what's being said. Pay more attention to the EFF member next to Honorable Mateus from the EFF. Watch.
From the EFF, I guess it's yourself, Honorable Mateus. Welcome and good morning. Honorable Matthijs, you are an alternate member in this committee.
But I'm full today.
Today you are a full member, and when you are a full member,
Because I'm an alternate
when you
and
are
the
a
full
full
members.
when you are a full member, you forfeit the status of being an alternate.
Yeah, but I thought you'd just be nice.
So
because
let me allocate. You know I'm a benevolent chairperson.
yes, that's what I'm counting on, Chair.
Okay, so Julius Malema has attended every ad hoc committee session except the one where he was supposed to be grilling Sibiya. But every session after that, Julius was present, including the session yesterday to grill Mkhunu. And as he grills Mkhunu about Mkhunu's connections to Mkhotsi, this is what he said.
It is your comrade. It's not us. It is your comrade who does that.
Yes.
And even goes around says,
Yes.
yeah, I'm his comrade, this and that and all of that. So we cannot
Yes.
be blamed when we take up an issue with you sharing a sensitive document. The only person who has confirmed the relationship with Mkhotsi, it's you, Minister. And Mkhotsi is in position of a sensitive letter that comes from you. And any reasonable person will be tempted to agree that perhaps the minister shared this letter with Mkhotsi, since Mkhotsi has got within amongst these three, the close relationship is with the minister through comradeship. You don't call all those people you have. I've got contacts here. Some I even forgot, but I don't call them. I don't share any sensitive information with them unless those people are known to me and I'm confident and I know that I can describe my relationship with those people. Let's say, for instance, I've got General Sibiya's number, like I do with many generals and ministers and deputy ministers. But I can't claim to be a friend, and Sibiya can't claim to be my friend. But I know him. I will call him on matters of the police that I think, look, there is this issue and it seems like you're not paying attention and anything of that sort. I can't deny that. But to stretch it to comradeship, to stretch it to friendship, none of us can claim that kind of a relationship between us. But you have said, this is my comrade, and this your comrade says, the minister is now dissolving that thing that has been giving you nightmares. The minister wants us to buy a table. The minister this and the minister that. When we come to you, say, this guy says he knows you, and he goes around saying the following things about you. Say, yeah, it's my comrade, but I don't know what he's talking about. It's a bit troublesome, Minister.
He was grilling Mkhunu and he was doing a good job as a parliamentarian. But while he said everything that he said in the ad hoc committee, guess what was being said at the Madlanga Commission? Oh my world.
During the call with General Sibiya, he told me that Molefe was part of a group of 5 individuals with interest in mining in the Northwest province, and that one of those guys belongs to a group of Abomswazi, Nabom Tagati. That is him saying the names now. He also said another guy is a Zulu guy. He's a tall guy, now describing him to me. He's known as Z, who stays in Santin, who I understood to him to be Z Numano. He said Z is a close friend of Julius Malema, who is a politician, who then tends to be close to General Sibiya. So he was connecting the person that we arrested to Z, and then Z to Julius Malema, and then Julius Malema, who is friend, to General Sibiya, the Deputy National Commissioner. Now he's painting a picture to me that I do not know, to now be aware that this is how the chain goes.
Witness A, in that you referred in quotes, you have Abomswazi, from what you've read, Nabom Takati. The Abomswazi, is it the same that the Mswazi that was mentioned, you mentioned yesterday in your evidence?
Yes, there will be now the cartel.
And then Bom Takati?
It's also the member of the cartel.
Is it the same cartel or different? They're all in the same cartel?
The same cartel. Yes.
Okay. And then this Nxumalo, is there any significance to him that General Sibiya would have mentioned him to you? Who is he? Is he in any way significant?
I don't really know a lot about him, but as we investigate, we find him. His name pops up here and there, but there is nothing that really I have about him as such. Other than that, General Sibiya was telling me now to say how the chain is connected, to say this puzzle also has him in.
Thank you. I won't ask you who is Julius Malema. I think. Thank you, Witness A.
Okay, now let me give you some facts. This was said round about 12 o'clock. And Julius Malema's question, where he just kind of dropped Sibiya connection in passing as an example, was probably around 4 o'clock. I have nothing more to say than what I have just said. Now, interesting, if you want to connect more dots, there is a book that's out written by investigative journalists. This is what it's called.
Malema, Money, Power, Patronage.
The book's been a very long time coming, and it made sense for the two of us to collaborate because we were both sitting with large amounts of information on Malema and his network. But it was very different information. So Poli had a whole lot of stuff that was very different to what I had.
In my opinion, he is one of the most talented, if not the most talented politicians in the country. And I think is misunderstood in many quarters. No matter what your politics is, there's very few people who has a full picture of understanding of Julius Malema. So for the first time, someone is telling the narrative of how he developed into what he is today. There are some biographical aspects to the book, but it's a book about his money and how he uses his power to gain more money. So of course it's a book about Malema, the man, and his power and his patronage network. But it's also a story about South Africa and how money courses through our politics. He exemplifies many other politicians and how money is, and entrepreneurs and tenderpreneurs are used to gain personal and private wealth.
So make of this what you will. I'm not going to say much except that nothing hidden will not be disclosed and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought into the light. One of the things that I have found extremely sad watching the Ad Hoc Committee is watching brilliant minds, brilliant talent, brilliant intelligence in people like Julius Malema, Soviet Likhanyana, Olangola, Sangoni, brilliant people, Skosana, all of it wasted on Marxist doctrine, where it ends up where the most brilliant world-class people can't grow an economy, can't build a proper country, can't be found in nothing but being painted as corrupt because they are corrupt. To say the ANC has corrupt people in it is a lie. It is a corrupt organization. And it is such a waste for me to see all these great minds, great talent being wasted on Marxist doctrine. Now they have to be attached to a failure of an organization that can't create jobs, that can't grow the economy, that can't move the country forward, that can't give a vision, always crying like little children, always hurt, always victims because of their Marxist doctrine. I find it to be an extreme waste to be watching so many talented people being used by the Marxist demon. What is Marxism? Marxism is that you think the whole world is divided between victims and victimizers. That's why no matter what you talk about, they're going to talk about blacks and whites. And then the thinking is the victimizers are always victimizing the victim. And the victim doesn't think victimization is something that happens to them. They believe it's just an identity. And so, what must we do? We must unite as victims to what? To overthrow the victimizer. The problem with that thinking is it never grows an economy, it never grows a country, it always leaves you as failures, continually jealous of anyone who's more successful than you. Why? Because victims are jealous people. So they will go with anyone else that helps to undercut who they are jealous of. This is Marxism. And when you find someone whom you identify as a victim, like me, and I'm not a victim, have I been victimized before? Absolutely. But it's not my identity. It was an event. I am not a victim, and therefore I don't need to unite with victims. What's the response to that? You just to sell out and then get hateful and never engage with what's being said. But the sad thing about it is, I spoke about it in this video, is that Marxism always goes with corruption. That's why no man can serve two masters. Either you love the one or hate the other, or you'll despise the one and honor the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. So, let's make history together. Tell me what you think about the red flags I've shown you. Cheers. See you on the next one.